Hi everyone, Estelle here for Veterans Yoga Project for 45-minute gentle flow, and we'll get started in a couple of minutes. You won't need any gear for this practice unless you bring some that you normally love, so that's great. We won't be doing any sun salutations, so if you use those for your blocks for your hands for those, you won't need those. But anyway, so hey Stephen, so whatever you have available, bring it. We'll be doing some side twist and such, side bends and things like that. So I'll be here hanging out for another minute. So gather yourselves and your mat, and we'll begin momentarily. Hey Andrea, welcome. We'll get started in just a moment. You won't need any props. So welcome everybody, and let us know, hey, so good to see you, Andrea. So let us know what your affiliation is with military service if you're a veteran, and what your branch of service is, or if you're active duty. We'd love to know anything about that, where you are, whether you're a veteran or active duty, and if you're a first responder. You may be a family member or a friend. So we'd love to know all of that. And let's see, what else? As I said in my description, we're going to be doing some side body work. And of course, always a balance. Hey Miley, so good to see you again. Great. Right, great, welcome. And you know, you're the wisest person on the planet when it comes to your body. So if I cue something that doesn't feel right for your body in that moment, then choose something else that feels better. And always, you know, you really are listening to your body and tuning inward, and that is really one of the best benefits of yoga, is tuning into ourselves, noticing, witnessing our minds and our bodies, and creating more ease in our lives, our bodies. So let's start on our mats. We'll start on our back. Oh, great. Thanks, Andrea. Okay. So come on down on your back and settle in. We'll do a little breath work here. So if you'd like, you can have your legs straight out from your body, comfortable distance apart. Or you can always take your legs in constructive rest pose, where you walk your feet out to the edge of the mat and let your knees fall together. It can be super restful for the low back. So just choose something that's right for you. Arms can be by your side. It can be one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. Or, you know, for something different, you may want to take your arms, if it works for your shoulders, you may want to take your arms out to the side in either a cactus formation, or even take them up over the head with the palms up to the sky. So take a moment and settle in and get yourself even 1% more comfortable. Good. Back of the neck is long. And begin to notice how your body is supported completely by your mat. Settling in with yourself and being here right now. When you're ready, take a deep breath. It's just right for you, through your nose and out through your mouth. Good. Let's do that 2 more times. Breathing in. And breathing out, letting it all go. Good. 1 more. Letting the jaw be soft. And bring your attention to your breath and your belly, rising and falling. And notice the soles of the feet, the hips, the navel center, the heart center, the center of the chest. And notice the 2 palms of the hands, as if you're breathing into the palms. Good. And take another deep breath and see if you can connect with that area of the back between the shoulder blades as you breathe in. Good. And breathe out. Great. So your next breath in, go ahead and bring your knees to your chest, hugging them in. You can take your hands on the top of your shins and just breathe in. Breathe into the low back. Good. If you want, you can take your knees wider and feel that stretch a little deeper. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. And breathing in and breathing out, stretching that left leg long as you hold that right knee into the chest. Good. If you hear any stomach growling, that's me. And breathing in, sweeping the arms up over the head if you'd like, taking that right leg down. And breathing out, next breath in, bring that left knee in, hug it into the chest. Right leg is long and resting on your mat. Good. Next breath in, take that left leg to meet the right. You can sweep the arms over the head. Good. And now when you're ready, you could bring the knees back up together and then let them fall over to the right. Taking the arms out to a T. You can look over that left shoulder if you'd like here for this reclining twist. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Next breath in. Bring the knees up to center and drop them over to the left, looking over your right shoulder. And breathe. If you want, you can always take your left hand and on the top of that right leg, notice the difference between the sides. I know on this side, my right hip is tighter, so sometimes I like to give it a little bit of a loving press here with my left hand. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Next breath in, bring the knees back up and breathe out, bring those feet down to the earth. So knees are bent, soles of the feet are on the mat behind the hips. Working with our moving bridge here. When you're ready, breathe in and press into the feet as you lift the hips and take the arms up over the head. Good. Exhale. Float the arms down to the mat as you bring the top of the spine all the way down to the tailbone down. Good. If you don't want to use your hands in this moving bridge, that's okay. You can just keep your hands beside you, your arms beside you with your palms on the earth. So whatever works for you. So when you're ready, if you want the moving with the arms, bring the hips up as you press into the feet. Arms lift over the head. Good. And exhale, arms float down. Top of the spine comes down all the way down to the tailbone. Good. One more time. Pressing into the feet, lifting the hips. If you like, arms come up over the head. Good. And breathing out, floating the arms down, top of the spine, all the way down to the tailbone comes back. Good. And take a deep breath here and just check in with yourself to see what's different just since you began this practice a few minutes ago. Great. And when you're ready, take your feet straight up to the sky and your legs. Good. Point and flex your feet. You can circle your ankles if you'd like. Good. Keep the left leg extended and then bend that right leg and cross that right ankle over the top of that left knee. As you bend that left leg, as a little or a lot, and then begin to hug in that left quad towards the body. Now, if you want, you can take that right elbow and the right forearm and give yourself some leverage and push into that right inner thigh to open up that hip. Good. So as you breathe, see if you can bring in that left leg closer, just a smidgen, okay? Doesn't have to be much to feel this, to the body, and breathe. Let go of the jaw. Good. As you press out with that inner right thigh with your right elbow. Beautiful. Let go of that and take the legs up to the sky. Point and flex the feet again if you'd like. You rotate the hips a little bit. Now keep that right leg straight. Bend the left knee, cross that left ankle over the top of the right quadricep. Thread your hands through. Bend that right leg a little bit or a lot. And as you begin to bring that right quad in towards the torso. Good. Again, if you want some leverage here, you can take the elbow and the left forearm and press it on the inside of that left thigh. Keep the left foot flexed. Good. That keeps that left ankle protected. And breathe. Noticing whatever is present. Good. And then with your next breath in, stretch the legs up wide, long to the sky. Point and flex the toes and the feet. Good. And then bend into the knees and bring the soles of the feet down to the mat. And when you're ready, just come on over to your side. And come on over to the top of your mat in table pose. So your shoulders are over your wrists. Oh, great. Hey, cat. Your shoulders are over your wrists. Your hands are spread wide on the mat. Your hips are directly over your knees. Great. Your crown of your head is extended towards the opposite wall, and your neck is long. Good. And so when you're ready, take a deep breath in. It's just right for you. And then let your belly just drop into cow. You can bring the chin up a tad. Exhale. Curl the spine. Bring the navel towards the spine like an angry cat here. Pressing into the hands so that you feel the area between the shoulder blades broaden. Good. Inhaling for cow. Let the belly drop. Chin doesn't have to come up much to feel this back bend. Exhale, curl the spine. Good. One more. Inhale, let the belly drop. And exhale, curl the spine. Good. And so when you're ready, bring those knees out wide and come into a wide-legged child's pose or wisdom pose. So come on down, stretch the arms out long towards the top of the mat. Let your forehead come down to the mat and bring your right side of your face, your cheeks here on the mat here, and breathe. Good. See if you can press into the hands so that you're pushing the top of the mat away from you. Good. And when you're ready, walk your hands out to the left for a side stretch. Good. If you want, you can take that left hand and palm and place it on top of the right hand and look out under this left armpit. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Next breath in, come on back to 12 o'clock with the hands, and then walk them over to the right. Again, here, if you want some leverage, as you walk that left hand over, you can bring that right palm over the left. Good, looking out over that right armpit. Great. Coming back to center with the hands. Good. And then coming on back to table. Now, working into our half side plank here. If for any reason that your wrists are like, okay, my wrists have had enough, take your fist and put it on the mat like this. So you can do lots of poses this way with your fists instead of having your wrists bent like this. So I'll demo that here because I think it's a great thing to know. So if you want, if it works for you, keep your hands to your palm to the mat, your left palm to the mat, or make a fist with your left hand. Keep your left knee on the mat, your shins are also on the mat, and then take your right foot back behind you so the inside of that right foot is on the mat. You may ensure that your left wrist is directly under your left shoulder. Okay? Now, if you'd like, you can stay here and lift that right arm and feel that really nice side body work here. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. If you want a little bit more here, then with your next breath, then bring, as you flex that right foot, bring that left leg up. Good. And see if you can tune into your body and keep that side of the right foot parallel with the earth. Good. So I don't know what mine looks like, but sometimes it's parallel and sometimes it's not. So good. So breathing in here. Now, if you want more, then bring that right foot down to the mat. Good. Bring your weight up on your left knee. Right hand comes to the outside of that right leg. Left arm goes up. So here we are in gate pose. So if you're here, let your right fingers just travel down the outside of that right leg. Good. Deep side body opening here on the left. Left hands are extended and wide. If you want, you can really breathe into that left hip. Good. Great. Next breath in. Take that left hand and bring it down to the mat. Swivel that right arm over. Good. Come back to your tabletop. And if you want, if your toes are okay with this, bend your toes and sit back on your heels. Good. Just for a sec. It's good to stretch the toes, but not just a little bit. Good. And come on back to table. And we're going to go to the other side. I'm going to actually clip-clop around so I won't have my back to you. So if you kind of like to clip-clop around on your mat, you can do that too. All right, so here we are back in table. We're going to work the other side. Now, if you want, you can keep that right palm extended and on the mat, or you can take that right fist and take it to the mat. Bring your weight on your right knee. Good. Right shins are against the mat as you stretch out that left foot behind you. Good. So the side of the left foot is on the mat. We're working into this side body work here. Good. If this is enough, stay here. Option 2 is that you can bring that left arm up, stretch the fingers wide towards the sky. You really open up that front of the left shoulder. Good. Notice that side of the left foot on the mat and breathe. Beautiful. If you want more, if you feel like, yeah, okay, my balance is okay here, then you can bring your left leg up a little bit. Okay, this is going to work a lot of muscles, especially the glute. Or you can keep that left foot flexed and bring that left leg up so it's parallel. So this is a big balance challenge here. And if you want to play with this pose sometime by yourself, you can do this with your support of a wall. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Next breath in, you can come on down to gate if you'd like by taking the inside of that left foot on the mat, bringing the torso up, sliding that left hand down on the outside of that left leg, lifting that right arm. Good. So noticing how different each side is. Good. So with your breath, see if you can let your left fingers travel down the outside of that left leg just a smidge more. Good. Breathing into that deep right hip flexor and the right armpit. Beautiful. One more deep breath. Good. And float that right arm down. Coming back to your table pose, taking the knees wide and coming on down to your wisdom pose once more. Taking the arms out extended if you like, or if your preference is, you can bring your hands behind you if that is pleasing to you, and breathe. Good. Next option in child's pose, especially if you've never done it, is to bring your forearms down while you're in wisdom pose. Bend the elbows, bring the palms together, or it doesn't matter if they're together or not, and then let your forehead go to the mat as you lift your hands up to the sky. So they could be in prayer here together, or they could just be resting behind your head. And breathe. 2 breaths here. Beautiful. Come on back up to table. And then bring your right foot forward between your hands and your left foot forward. Come up halfway. Long, deep stretch here. Good. So crown of the head reaches towards the opposite wall. You can keep the knees bent. Good. Take a deep breath in. Bend the knees as deeply as you want and breathe out for a forward fold. Good. Press into the feet. Inhale. Sweep the arms up. Fingertips together. Hands to heart center. Great. So come on to the top of your mat and check in with yourself here. Notice how your body is your side body, your hips, your feet, shoulders. Just check in with yourself here. Feet are firmly rooted on the mat. Notice all the soles of the feet, where the toes meet the mat, the arches, the heels. Good. And when you're ready, take your right foot back and plant it turn your toes out about 45 degrees. Navel's forward. Good. Bend into that left knee. So here we are in Warrior One. Good. So press into that left foot, press into the right foot. Inhale, take the arms up over the head if you want. Option 2 is you can have them in cactus and bring the shoulder blades together in the back. Good. And here's an option 3. Take your right hand to your hip. Your left arm extends up. Just a little variation here. And breathe. Good. Next breath in. Bring that left arm back to the hip. And take your right arm up. Good. And breathe here. Beautiful. And bring your right hand to your hip. And press into that left foot and bring that right foot up just a smidge closer to the left. Good. And if you want, play with your balance here and see if you can come up on the ball mound of that right foot or even on the tip of the toe. Being gentle with the toes. Good. And breathing. Just a little interesting balance here. Good. And then coming back down. Beautiful. Next breath in, bring that right foot forward to meet the left and shake it out. Let's go to the other side. So here we are in mountain. You can bring your hands on your hips if you'd like. And the next breath in, bring that left foot out to 45 degrees. Bend into that right knee. And as always, if you want, in Warrior One, you can walk out the feet away from each other, sort of, so your train tracks, if you will, are wider. Sometimes that feels really good for balance. So right knee is over right ankle. Right foot is pressing into the mat. Left foot is pressing into the mat. And when you're ready, inhale, reach the arms up and breathe. Good. If you want, you can cactus the arms. Good. Another option is take your right hand to your right hip and lift that left arm up towards the sky and breathe. Good. And now with your breath, bring your left hand to the hip and we'll bring your right arm up to the sky. Fingers are enthusiastic and stretched wide. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Next breath in, pop up that left foot just a little bit closer to that heel so that it requires some balance here. And maybe even you notice that in your right quad. So if you want, you can come up on that ball mound of the left foot, even a little bit more on that top of that left great toe. Just noticing your body though, whatever is right for you. Good. And when you're ready, take a deep breath in and bring that left foot up to meet the right and shake it out. Great. So stepping out your right foot into this wide-legged stance here on the side of your mat, long side of your mat. Bring your hands to your hips. And if you want, bring your thumbs so that they're down there on your sacrum. So it's kind of a great opportunity too to give yourself a little self-massage in that area. There are a lot of nerve endings and such that come into that area, so it's a great place to do that. And if you want, open that front of your chest and bring your shoulder blades a little bit closer together as you tuck your chin a little bit towards your chin, a little bit towards your chest, and breathe. Good. And then coming on back, bring your toes out a little bit. So they're maybe not 45 degrees, but turn them out a little bit so that the knees are directly over the ankles and you can bend into the knees a little bit. Good. And when you're ready, bring your arms up to cactus. So here we are in fierce pose, aka goddess pose, lifting the chest, bringing the shoulder blades together in the back. Good. Next breath in, bring the back of that left hand towards the inside of that left knee. And if you want more, stretch up that right arm to the sky. Good. Take a deep breath in. Good. And breathing out, bringing that right arm down, bringing the back of the right palm to the inside of that right knee and lifting up that left arm to the sky, really elongating the fingers and opening up through that left armpit. Good. Breathing in and pressing into the feet, breathing out. Great. So heel toe your feet together. And bring your hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in. And if you want, you can again walk your feet out from each other and go into a yogi squat. Or you can come directly down to your mat on your bum. So if you want to take a squat, then walk your feet out to a comfortable distance apart. Turn your toes out, bend into your knees, and come on down. Now, if this is where you can go, that's great, because this is going to be great quad work. Wonderful. So if you want to experiment and play with your squat in the comfort of your own home and your own time, then you can place a couple of blocks under your hips so that you can learn how to be supported there and open up. All right, so come on back down to your mats. And extend your legs long. You're seated here on your hips. Have your legs extended. Flex your feet so that your toes are towards the sky. Good. Chest is lifted. Chin is on the chest. Good. And breathe here. Good. In and out. Great. And now bring your sole of your right foot on the inside of that left thigh. Good. And breathing in, bringing the arms up either to cactus or overhead, depends on your back. And when you're ready, take your navel towards your left knee and fold over from your hips. So breathing here. Breathing into the back of the body. All those long muscles in the back, softening the jaw. Letting the tension in the hands go. Good. With every breath, see if you can come just a millimeter closer to that left quadricep. Good. And next breath in, press into the hands and bring the torso on up. Great. Extend that right leg out to meet the left. Give them a little shake here if you like. Shaking's good. Good. Bring that left bring the left sole of the foot on the inside of that right thigh. Right toes are enthusiastic, right foot is flexed, toes are towards the sky. Good. So lift up here and bring the navel towards, the navel towards that right knee. Inhale, bring your arms to either to cactus or over the head, depending on your back. And exhale, fold forward from your hips and bring your hands down to either side of that right leg. Good. Let the back of the neck be long, jaws soft. Breathe here. Good. Next breath in. Come all the way up. Good. And take that right leg out. I'll turn towards you for this last pose, but you can stay where you are on your long end of the mat. So have your legs straight out in front of you, feet are flexed. And now bend your right knee and bring that sole of the left foot on inside of that on the floor on the mat. Slide it up on the inside of that left leg. So it depends right on your body what feels right for you. Take your right hand and hug in anywhere on that right shin or your right knee. All right. So crown of the head extends toward the sky, heart is lifted. Inhale, bring that left hand out, make the fingers enthusiastic, and lean forward like you're reaching for your buddy. And then when you're ready, take the inside of that left forearm or your left hand and place it on the outside of that right knee. Good. Take a deep inhale, lift the crown of the head towards the sky as you look over to your right shoulder. And take your right hand behind you and breathe. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. You might have heard a nice healthy pop. That was my back. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Next breath in. Slowly come back to center. Good, and exhale, shake it out. Let's go to the other side. So feet are flexed. Bring that left sole of the foot on the inside of that right leg. Good. Hug in the shins with both hands, that left shin with the hand so that you can lift the chest, bring the shoulders away from the ears. Good. And with your breath, bring up that right arm, extend those right hand towards your buddy, imaginary buddy, away from you. And when you're ready, bend into that right elbow, take the right palm on the outside of that left leg, and gently twist over to your left shoulder and breathe. Good. Your left hand can be behind you, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Great. Next breath in, come back to center and bring that left foot to meet the right. Shake it out. All right, super. Last one in this position. Bring your soles of the feet together. So bend the knees and bring the soles of the feet together here for butterfly. So if you want, you can grab on to your hands and lift the chest as you let the shoulders come away from the ears. Good. Now, this is going to be a diamond shape here with your legs, right? But depending on how your body is and your anatomy is, your diamonds are going to be different shape. So good. Breathing in And if you want, you can stay here, or on your exhale, you can come forward from the hips with either a long spine, straight spine, or a rounded spine. You do what feels right for you. Good. And breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Next breath in. Come all the way up. Gently bring your knees together with your hands and come on over to your back. Good. So walk your soles of the feet out to the edge of the mat with your knees bent and let your knees come together. So here we are in this constructive rest pose for just a breath or two. Settling in, you can let the palms be towards the sky. And take a deep breath in here. And breathing out. Good. Take a deep breath in. And with your breath out, see if you can bring those hip points together as your navel comes towards your spine. So you're pressing that low back into the earth. Good. Another deep breath in. Release that. And then exhale. Bring your navel to your spine and your two frontal hip points together. Good. And then release. Let your legs be long. Take a deep breath in. Bring the arms up over the head. Exhale. Knees come to chest. Good. Next breath in. Take your arms to the T. Let your knees fall over to the right for a reclining twist. Good. With your breath, bring the knees up to center and let them fall over to the left. Looking over your right shoulder and breathing. Again, you can give your outside of that right knee a little love. You can give the other side a little gentle encouragement to come towards the other one as well. I notice this one more. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Next breath in, bring the knees up to the sky and then plant the feet behind your hips. Good. And again, you can stay in this constructive rest pose if you'd like, or you can let your legs be straight and long away from the body. So you allow yourself to settle in here for our final resting pose. Let the back of the head completely release on your mat. Let your jaw be soft. And bring your awareness to the soles of your feet, your knees, your hip joints, the back of the hips, the low back, the navel center, the upper back, the front of the shoulders, heart center, center of the chest, base of the throat, the front of the shoulders, the elbows, both palms of the hands. The front of the neck, the back of the neck, the face, the back of the head. And let the breath come to you. Let the whole body breathe. The whole body. The whole body. Befriending yourself, your mind, your body, and your breath. And when you're ready, you can bring your palms together, place them, press them against your heart, acknowledging yourself, your practice, showing up today for your health, your benefit and well-being. And when you're ready, take a deep breath in, bending into your knees, coming over to one side, resting there for a breath or two. And when you're ready, just gently come on up to seated. And bring your hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in. And let it go. Great. I hope you enjoyed this side body, slower practice today. And let me know how it worked for you. And I wish you all the best. And anything else that you'd like to say about your service or where you are or how this practice was. Otherwise, we'd love for you to complete the survey that I placed in the comments section. And all the best to you all. Have a great rest of your afternoon, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.